It's completely wrong to believe that Meghan Markle's background is why she gets criticized. Let me clarify. Meghan's problems come from what she does and decides. She often acts like a victim, shows she wants fame, and doesn't care about tradition. This makes people see her as more interested in personal attention than doing her responsibilities. Hello friends, welcome to the King YouTube channel. Since Archie and Lilibet entered the picture, whether by birth or adoption, their presence seems less about love and more about power. Meghan Markle likely realized early on that one way to keep Harry close was through their children. It's almost like a story from Shakespeare, watching Meghan navigate the royal world, using her children as pieces in her larger plan. Harry, once beloved, now seems caught up in Meghan's schemes, with the world watching as she directs his every move to maintain control over him. This isn't about family, it's about authority, and Meghan's manipulative tactics are becoming clearer. Children born through adoption or surrogacy cannot inherit the throne, so using them as tools for stability is not practical. Harry wants to be seen as capable, but often feels overshadowed by his brother, the future king. He allows himself to be manipulated by Meghan and presenting a false image of family life. Harry's envy towards his brother has blinded him to the serious harm Meghan has caused to the monarchy. Hopefully he will soon recognize the full extent of the damage. Meghan's lack of maturity prevents her from understanding the consequences of her actions. Her jealousy towards Princess Catherine is largely due to Catherine's future role as queen. If Meghan had been more insightful, she would have realized the global impact of marrying Harry. I believe the turmoil within the monarchy is designed to unsettle and divide Harry to maintain control. When Meghan realized she could no longer conceal Archie's true parentage through surrogacy, she understood that staying in the UK would mean Archie's DNA would be revealed sooner rather than later. The controversy surrounding racism and the public's perception of Princess Catherine is baseless. Meghan's desire to conceal her use of surrogacy and her children's true parentage, attributing them to Harry instead of herself, drives her actions. She seems unaware of the monarchy's nearly 1,200-year history, marked by 63 monarchs and numerous scandals, including beheadings. Princess Diana tragically did not live long to share many stories. The current monarchy will endure beyond her children and manipulations. On the contrary, I doubt Meghan aims for a lasting marriage. She initially charmed Harry to secure the security of a royal wedding and its associated wealth. Her expectations of life as Princess Henry were far from reality, especially regarding their commitments as Commonwealth ambassadors. Consequently, she portrayed the royal family as cold, indifferent races, claiming they pushed her to contemplate suicide to justify her departure. She currently uses Harry as what is known as her flying monkey, feeding him falsehoods to stoke his anger on her behalf, and then releasing him. There are numerous clips showing inconsistencies with her pregnancy, such as her uneven moon bump, and a notable instance where she effortlessly stooped in high heels and a white wool coat to pet a small dog while supposedly 6 or 7 months pregnant. Her posture and movement were inconsistent with someone at that stage of pregnancy. Her father has claimed she underwent a hysterectomy before meeting Harry, suggesting any pregnancy would involve frozen eggs, possibly for a surrogate or adopted child if there is one. Ancient legal traditions require royal children to be visibly born of the queen's body, although Meghan, who will never be queen, ensured no royal gynecologist was involved to confirm the birth. Her entire life appears to be built on a foundation of lies, which she justifies with psychological mumbo-jumbo about my truth. She has even been dishonest in court. The woman lacks a moral compass. Harry allowed words to be written in his name in the book, spare whatever the cause, stating, "My memory is my memory. It does what it does, gathers and curates as it sees fit, and there's just as much truth in what I remember and how I remember it as there is in so-called objective facts." Those who know him or taught him would find it hard to believe he would express himself this way or understand its meaning. He likely wouldn't even grasp the word curates in this context. I foresee a divorce in the near future, which will inevitably be blamed on us, the so-called haters in the Messick fan club. Apparently, they must be unintelligent if they cannot distinguish between hatred and criticism. Isn't Harry supposed to receive a significant sum when he turns 40 later this year? Could Meghan be waiting for her share of that? Princess Anne might adjust the trust terms again to delay access until he's 45 or allocate it for their children. Originally, it was set to be available at age 40. Princess Anne has the authority to extend this age if she deems it necessary. If divorce seems likely, she may choose to delay it further. Until Harry actually inherits the trust fund, its contents cannot be considered in any potential divorce settlement for Meghan to claim. Additionally, any money Harry inherits from the trust is outside the jurisdiction of a California court unless he brings it into the U.S. If Harry receives funds from the trust, it remains his separate property and not community property, provided he keeps it separate from marital assets. Certainly, Harry's inheritance when he turns 40 in September could impact the determination of child support payments. However, since this isn't about alimony, Meghan cannot claim it on that basis. The possibility of its consideration cannot be ignored. Meghan might be waiting for Harry's inheritance from the trust. His trust funds are not under the jurisdiction of a California court unless he brings them into the U.S. If Harry keeps the money in the UK, Meghan wouldn't have access to it as it's his separate property and not community property. Therefore, unless Harry mixes this money with marital assets, it will remain out of Meghan's reach. It could certainly be factored in when the court calculates the amount of child support he needs to pay. This isn't about alimony, so Meghan can't claim money on that basis. However, she might subtly pressure Harry and the family to get what she wants. Meghan can be assertive when needed. Harry is in a difficult position. If they adopted the children, that's fine, but the falsehoods must stop. It seems she may want to leverage the children to gain more money from King Charles. However, King Charles is Harry's father-in-law and isn't financially responsible for Meghan. She's Harry's responsibility alone. Any money she has saved is considered marital property and subject to division in court, where Harry would receive half as per the law. It's not a one-sided matter. The image that stands out to me is her in a white wool coat and high heels, bending down to pet a small dog while supposedly 6 or 7 months pregnant. Pregnancy affects each woman differently in terms of movement and physical tasks. Personally, I had no difficulty bending or performing tasks like laying carpet, even at 8 months pregnant. Those who know Harry or have taught him wouldn't believe he wrote those words himself or fully understood their meaning. He probably wouldn't even comprehend the word curates in this context. It's possible he used a ghostwriter who refined his words. Meghan may have believed that privacy would protect her plans from scrutiny. Harry has been influenced by his wife for personal gain. Hopefully for his sake, Meghan will initiate divorce proceedings. Honestly, if she weren't happy and financially independent, she likely wouldn't stay with Harry. Enough with the criticism. Whether Meghan had children naturally or adopted them, they wouldn't keep her in an unhappy marriage either. Despite what anyone says, she is a beautiful woman. With her own resources and attractiveness, she could easily find love elsewhere. However, she seems content with Harry and the charitable work they do, so it's best to leave them alone. Stop it already. Their only charity is themselves. They don't genuinely help anyone. If they are truly charitable, why aren't Harry and Meghan addressing the issues within the charity he was president of, African Parks? He's still on the board, yet the problems persist. Don't preach about how wonderful and charitable they are when they jump on every trend but won't address real issues or assist those in need. Many view their charity efforts as dubious. Meghan is physically attractive but has a challenging personality which complicates interactions. She appears dissatisfied with their situation and often publicly mistreats Harry, possibly exacerbated by his vulnerabilities. In a surprising development that has shocked both the media and royal followers, director Andrew McCarthy released a documentary titled His Brats. The film scrutinizes Meghan Markle's first pregnancy, presenting newly uncovered evidence and statements from anonymous sources supposedly close to the royal family. It includes medical records and expert analyses that raise doubts about Meghan's pregnancy. Andrew McCarthy's documentary focuses on the birth of Archie in May 2019, highlighting discrepancies in Meghan's public appearances during her pregnancy, particularly regarding the size and shape of her baby bump. McCarthy suggests these inconsistencies could imply the use of a surrogate instead of Meghan carrying the child herself. While the documentary does not directly access Meghan's medical records, it claims to have first-hand knowledge that contradicts the official narrative. McCarthy includes interviews with unnamed medical experts who offer professional opinions supporting the claim that Meghan did not carry Archie. The release of the documentary has sparked intense debate on social media platforms like Twitter and Reddit, where discussions about the findings are contentious. Many people have expressed long-standing doubts about Meghan's pregnancy, with some asserting finally the truth is coming out. Meghan Markle and Harry have not publicly responded to the allegations in McCarthy's documentary. However, sources close to the couple suggest they are contemplating legal action against McCarthy, alleging defamation and invasion of privacy. Meghan and Harry have consistently defended their privacy rights, often taking legal action against media outlets for spreading misinformation and invading their privacy. This latest controversy adds to the string of challenges and scandals they've faced since announcing their decision to step back from royal duties in early 2020. Their relationship with the British royal family has remained strained, especially following their headline-making interview with Oprah Winfrey, where they made serious allegations against the institution. If proven true, the allegations in his brats could have significant repercussions. A key question surrounds the secrecy surrounding who funded Archie's birth publicly. Meghan reportedly declined the assistance of top obstetric gynecologists who typically provide their services to the royal family for free. Video footage of these doctors leaving the palace looking perplexed has fueled speculation and scrutiny. Who covered the cost of Archie's birth? Taxpayers deserve transparency on medical expenses, including the costly champagne celebration billed to the government. Some argue Meghan's post-pregnancy weight gain is normal baby fat. Did she experience facial or ankle swelling before her maternity leave? That's likely due to hormone treatments. Why do women still look pregnant after childbirth? Most lose the belly over time unless they overeat, though they may have some swelling and loose stomach muscles. Despite being a yoga expert, she still appears 6 months pregnant. Can you confirm the hospital where he was born, the hospital stay, the laughing gas in the delivery room that Harry used, Meghan's multiple epidurals all funded by taxpayers? She wasn't at the Lindo wing of Portland Hospital, where royals usually have their babies. There's no record of her being checked in or out. Hospital records are very strict about keeping track of everyone. If someone leaves without being officially discharged, they have to sign a form taking responsibility. Why did Kensington Palace say Archie was born via surrogacy before it was official? When the truth comes out, only a royal who's next in line for the throne would go to such lengths to avoid suspicion. And what could make a new father claim he's seen so much change in just 2 weeks when the public announcement was only just made at Buckingham Palace? Harry stated that Meghan left the hospital just 3 hours after giving birth and was driven to Frogmore Cottage, which is more than an hour away. Normally, a woman who has an epidural during labor is advised to stay in bed for 6 to 12 hours. What kind of medical professional would risk their license to approve such a decision? Releasing a newborn royal so soon after birth, especially when the baby needed to travel home, carries significant risks. Without proper medical supervision, the baby could choke on milk that comes back up. The mother could suffer severe bleeding, or her stitches could tear from the strain of sitting in a car. Considering these immediate risks, this situation raises serious concerns. Even after a birth with an epidural, it's highly unusual for someone like Meghan to leave the hospital on the same day with stitches. Meghan, at 35, has been diagnosed with advanced maternal age. All new mothers should receive education on how to properly feed and care for their infants. Was there nursing staff available at Frogmore Cottage who behaved unprofessionally? The night nurse hired for the next shift was reportedly dismissed before completing her duties. The only person left was Meghan's mother, who allegedly used marijuana in the past. However, she only gave birth to one child around 40 years ago and has never worked in the medical field. Therefore, she wouldn't be qualified to assist in caring for the Queen's great-granddaughter. I wonder if the night nurse managed to take a photo of the umbilical cord, which was reportedly wrapped in bandages that miraculously healed. As a medical professional, she would have had the authority to document any abnormalities and ensure that the cord and clamp were properly prepared for discharge. Additionally, she would have needed to make sure that the baby did not become hypothermic. Did you know that a baby's body doesn't regulate its temperature through the brain's temperature control center, the medulla oblongata, until they're 3 months old? Here's a photo of Meghan nursing Archie at a public event when he was just a few weeks old, before his first vaccinations in late May and early June. In the warm south of Brazil, temperatures can reach up to 16 degrees Celsius. It reminds me of this lovely winter day here in tropical North Queensland. I'm dressed comfortably in a t-shirt, vest, leggings, and wool socks. As we get older, our blood vessels narrow and we tend to regulate our body temperature similarly to infants, especially in our feet. Yes, this has been widely seen on social media, and many have criticized Meghan's care of the child. But as a first-time mother, how could she have known how to care for a child without having given birth in a hospital? Doria, a midwife, provides guidance to new mothers on bathing, feeding, changing diapers, and safeguarding their baby from potential dangers in the environment. It's crucial to avoid taking newborns to public places during their first 12 weeks to lower the risk of exposure to illnesses. protect them from windy conditions that could cause chills, leading to issues such as colic or vomiting. Always keep their feet covered with booties or socks because newborns are susceptible to painful leg cramps and potential hypothermia. If they cry inexplicably, gently massage their legs and feet to help prevent cramping. Regularly check their hands and feet for warmth and be alert for any unusual odors that could signal an ear infection. Feel their head to detect excessive warmth and monitor their temperature if they appear feverish. Meghan never shares her knowledge about caring for babies despite her constant chatter and flashy lifestyle. She talks about luxury, expensive items, private flights, and romantic trips, but nothing about childcare. Now that Archie is 5, she's sneaking back into the castle, hiding him in an attic until she's ready to talk about his schooling and life in Los Angeles. Her birth announcement for Mary Diana Mountbatten Windsor was more reliable than the news. She stated Mary was born on June 4th at a women's health center in LA. I clicked the link she shared, and it was presented in black, blue, and white. I saw it myself, and I'll vouch for its truth once confirmed. It seems I didn't know how to take screenshots back then, or I didn't expect the recording to be deleted. It was removed, but no one foresaw it would vanish or that copies would circulate on social media. The closest evidence supporting my claim is a Reddit post by someone named Saint. Meghan claiming Lilette Diana was born at Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital under Dr. Melissa Drake's care. However, suspicions arose when hospital staff on social media said no births occurred that day and Dr. Melissa Drake was reportedly in Los Angeles on June 4th. She closed her Santa Barbara clinic just 2 weeks later. Regarding Lilette, while there are time limits on egg preservation due to risks like Down syndrome, I still believe Harry is the biological father. Meghan's eggs may have passed their viable period. It's possible the surrogate gave birth to twins and was meant to keep only one. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on these matters. Please share your opinions in the comments below. Stay happy and positive always. Remember to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.